Except where them haters, where them hoes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
There is an excellent article written by a Taekwondoan in January 2018 called What an Unexpected Kick to the Face Taught Me About Humility at Work. Please take a look at it. I'm going to put a link to it in the description below. Well, I'm going to play a little sort of an antithesis to that article because I actually 100% agree with everything he says in the article. Everything he's talking about, you shouldn't be afraid to fail in front of your subordinates. You should, just take it on the chin. And it reminded me of a couple of times when in Taekwondo, I was sparring with a guy I was helping to prep for a tournament, and he outkicked me. We were doing leg sparring, and he got more leg kicks than I did, and he beat me. So I felt like that was good, My only concern was sometimes when you lose to a student, then some people may think, or particularly some of these students may go, oh, well, I beat him once, so I don't have anything else to learn from him. I'm done. And there's nothing further from the truth. Just because you beat the person once doesn't mean there's nothing more to learn. Plus, a lot of times you beating somebody that's past their prime. What are you proving when you're 21, you beat a guy that's 50 or 40 or whatever? And that time I was a brown belt and a white belt threw me. That was cool because I ended up using what he did to me on someone else, and I won the match. I won the match. I was like, I'm going to do what he did. And I threw the dude. I was like, It was unexpected. He looked at me like it was unexpected. I took what the white belt did. It was unorthodox. Used it in the match. So I won. But see, the problem with failure in the workplace, it's not really about the superiors failing in front of their subordinates. Where I tend to see the problem is when us lowly subordinates, when we lowly subordinates fail in front of our superiors. That's what people are scared of. That's when people are really scared to admit a mistake. And if they, like he has an example about you're going to transpose numbers in a spreadsheet. Yeah, you are. And when you do, and your superior find out about it, they get quite upset. That's when people get to try to hide and all this other stuff. I just admit it. If I can't explain it away, I'm just like, I just messed up. I'm sorry. And, because I assume the superior is smarter than me at that task. That's why they are also superior to me. If I was smarter than them, I'd be telling them what to do. But since I'm not, they're smarter than me, so they're telling me what to do. But it's really because people are afraid to fail in front of their bosses or their superiors. And most people aren't going to tell you this. I will, because I'm weird. And even if one of my superiors sees it, they're probably just going to Cecil. Because I would say this, and I have said this at times. The first thing that runs through your mind when you make a mistake or you have a failure in front of your superior is, oh my gosh, I'm going to get fired. Or, I don't want them to think I'm stupid. You think that it's Game of Thrones and they're going to come kill you like they're a Dothraki chieftain and you're one of the troops and they're going to cut your throat and let you bleed out or something. That is what you think. Most people are actually afraid to fail in front of their superiors because they don't want to be disciplined and they don't want to lose their jobs. But this is something I have to remind myself of too. What I've seen over the years that gets people in trouble is not necessarily if you make the mistake. Although mistakes are bad, now don't get it twisted. We're supposed to do these jobs right. But you make the mistake, right? Then they caught you that you made the mistake or whatever it was. Then you try and lie about it. That's when you start, when you're starting to slide down here. You start trying to lie. And then if you try to put it on someone else, you're just sliding further down the scale. And that's when I've seen them get people. And then also, even more than that, the main thing I've seen people really get messed up, besides the fact that if you just make too many mistakes, even if they're honest mistakes, they get fed up, they get rid of you. That happens. It's happened to me. It happens. You make too many mistakes, bye, bye. That's just the cold, cruel world that we live in. And if you're honest about it and you tell people why you got fired, you can get another job. Because remember when I got fired, and I was all head hung on interviews, and they fired me because I was not good enough. I didn't do. And they were like, okay, we'll give you another shot. Because I was honest and I didn't, try to fib around or whatever. But where they really get you, and that really hurts, is when you get a metaphorical kick in. Well, it's not really, it wouldn't be like a kick in the face. It is when you say you can do something that you know you can't do. You lied about a skill that you swore you had or some experience you swore you had, and you know you ain't got that experience. That's when I've seen them be really angry and you're just gone. It's just off with the head. Like Game of Thrones. A martial arts example would be you come into a school and you claim that you're a state champion and a black belt. Okay? And that you're going to fight in a tournament for the school. But the school hasn't seen you spar yet, so they would just take you and let you represent them, and they put you in a tournament, and then you get destroyed. You totally get destroyed. And it's not because you ran into that one freak random other person that just nobody knew about this person, and they just a closet champion. You ain't know what you were doing. It's obvious that you didn't know what you were doing. You say you know how to teach a form, and the instructors are, okay, well, fine. Here, you take them, you teach them Chanji, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take the advanced students for the day. You came in, you have Changhan patterns, so you should know Chanji, right? You know Chanji? Of course I know Chanji. So go over there and teach them Chanji. Take the beginners, teach them Chanji. I'm going to take the advanced students over here. We're going to go through some advanced kicks. They come back. You going to the right instead of the left, and you're kicking in Chanji. You don't know what you're doing. So, please read the article. Don't be afraid to fail. I'm still afraid to fail, but don't be afraid to fail. And if you fail, I found just admit it. Just admit it. Just admit you made the mistake. Just admit you made the mistake. And then be humble, and then everybody can get together and correct it. And whatever verbal tongue lashes you get because you messed up, just take it, man. Just take it. It's all part of the growth process. Okay? But please read that article. It's a good article. And thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this story with people who like to do what? Who like to talk about different areas of the martial arts. Peace.